What's good everybody, it's Valak, aka the Nun, and today I'm going to show you guys how to become, well, me. So say your prayers, cover yourself in holy water, because this is going to be one hell of a ride. No, but real talk, in case you haven't realised yet, it is me, Nadia, under this hot mess. And with the Nun movie out this year, I could not pass up this opportunity to do this look. Like, I think you guys know how I feel about Halloween by now. I definitely do like to really go into those scary characters. What I love about the tutorial is while it looks quite effective, it isn't actually that hard to do. This costume was like 40 bucks from Halloween Alley, so if you are Melbourne based, there is like a few around, and I think it's time to get creepy, guys. Let's do it. Woo! First thing we're gonna do is cover our brows. So I'm gonna use this glue stick. Make sure it is safe, washable glue. So get one of those kitty ones. And we are just going to put that straight over our brows and just glue them down. You wanna do it in the direction that your brows sit so that they go as flat as possible. And to cover my brows, I'm gonna use the Meron Paradise paints in white. And I'm just gonna wet a sponge and dip that in and go over my brows. So I'm gonna use the Neutral Set Colorless Powder by Ben I. And I'm just gonna put some of this over the top of my brows to set them brows in place. And then over the top, I'm gonna use my Kryolan Ultra Foundation, and this is in the shade NB1, and this is a grease-based foundation. Again, I'm applying that with a sponge. And then as a final layer, I'm just going in with my Morphe concealer brush and just covering all those little dark hairs. If you do have blonde brows, this should pretty much cover in the first go, but because I have quite dark brows. And there we go, we got no brows. Hey! And I'm gonna set that one more time with the Ben I Colorless Powder. Okay, so Valak does have a longer nose than me, so I am going to lengthen my nose a little bit today, and I'm gonna use the Ben I Nose and Scar Wax. And I'm gonna use a spatula. Oh my god, look how crazy. Now, when you are working with nose and scar wax, you always wanna use petroleum jelly as well on your fingers, just because it makes it so much easier to mold. Otherwise, you'll find that the nose and scar wax just gets stuck to everything and it becomes really annoying to use. So you just wanna keep coating your fingers with Vaseline. So I'm just gonna roll this into like a longer piece. And I'm just gonna put that on my nose just to see how it will sit. Yeah, I feel like that's about right for the nose. Once you're happy with the rough mold of the nose, you can get some spirit gum and just place that onto your nose where you're gonna put the nose and scar wax. And you just wanna wait a minute for it to become a bit tacky. And then once it is tacky, you can grab your nose and scar wax nose and you can place it over the top. And again, you wanna coat your fingers in Vaseline, and you just want to start molding out that nose. So you want to go ahead and mold the edges so that they are nice and seamless. And I'm using a reference picture for this so that I can sort of see the shape of Valak's nose. So you can choose how long you spend on doing this molding process. I really like to take a little bit of time on this because, you know, I find that the more you blend, the more realistic your nose is gonna look. So I'm just blending that underneath the nose as well and then bringing that point forward. Now, Valak's nose does have some indents on the side, so you can go ahead and add those in. And I'm gonna use my spatula just to create that indent at the end of the nose. And then I'm just smoothing it down to make it look more natural. Oh my god, I'm trying to unlock my phone and my Face ID already doesn't recognize me. Alrighty, I'm pretty happy with the shape of my new nose. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Global Colors White Body and Face Paint. And this is a water-based paint, so you wanna add water to it. So I'm just gonna use my makeup sponge to apply this all over the face. And the reason why I'm doing this is because Valak's skin is very uneven. So I do want a very uneven base. And I want some of that skin to still peep through. Valak in the house. Here we go. My nose is itchy. Can't tell if it's my new nose or my old nose. Oh. Now, you do want to be a little bit more delicate when you're going over the nose and scar wax with this. I am pretty happy with this coverage. As I said, I do want this to look quite uneven, just like Valak. There is a bit of skin peeping through, so I do want to keep it that way because it's not like a mask of white. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and add my contacts in before we get all crazy and black on the eyes. Alrighty, now I look like a real sicko and I can barely see, but hey, that's cool. So to darken up all around my eyes, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I'm gonna use the shade Noir. Bet you ain't never seen the Sultry palette used for this before. And I'm gonna use my Morphe 503 brush and just put black eyeshadow all around my eyes. And I am using a reference photo of the Nun just so I can see, you know, where all the black eyeshadow goes. The reason why I'm using this black is because it is so black. Oh my god, so black.
Just like my soul.
I'm bringing that shadow right up as well to the brow bone. The good thing about this makeup look is you can be messy, it doesn't really matter, like, you can't go wrong. You really just want to look like you've been punched in the face, basically. And any fallout in this case is a bonus because it just adds to that hideous texture of the skin. I'd be mad too if I came back from the dead and like all these makeup artists on YouTube were claiming they came up with a smoky eye. So for the nose contour, I'm going in with a smaller eyeshadow brush and I'm going to use the shade Dystopian, and I'm just going to start to contour them nostrils. And I'm going in with the shade Twig and a smaller shadow brush, and I'm going to contour the tip of my nose as well, and just around those edges of the nose. So you just get a more realistic shadow effect with a brown rather than a black. And I'm adding some of that to the lip as well. I'm then going to use that dark brown and just go around the edges of the black just to soften it up and blend it out a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and add some cheek and forehead contour because Valak deserves to be contoured too. And for this, I'm going to use the shades Slate and Dystopian. I gotta say, Valak is pretty lit with her contour. Like, she got some cheekbones on her. You probably won't even see this forehead part, but I'm just gonna do it anyway because we're here. We're gonna do the chin. Just so you guys know, in terms of what reference picture I'm using, this is the reference picture I'm using. And I'm picking up that Dystopian shade and I'm just darkening up the edges of the contour to give it almost like an ombre contour look. And I'm using my Sigma Spotlight Duster in F37. This is actually from my girl Amia May's brush collab collection with Sigma, so congrats, girl. Ooh, look at that contour. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that to my smile lines as well. Alrighty, so I'm gonna go ahead and start adding some veins. I'm gonna do this using the Noir shade from the Sultry palette. I swear to God, I can't see where I'm looking like. I'm just using my Tarte eyeliner brush and looking where Valak's veins are. And you don't have to dip into the eyeshadow every time. You can use like a bit of residue so that you get sort of different looking veins. She's got that big angry vein on her forehead. Ooh, she mad. Feel free to just like improvise with these veins as well because you're not gonna see every sort of angle. So I do feel like Valak's skin is like a little bit speckled with like the skin color coming through. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Total Control Drop Foundation by NYX, and I'm using the shade Vanilla, and I'm just gonna use a toothbrush and I'm gonna flick this all over my face just to give it more of a speckled texture to my skin. Now for the lips, they are a matte black, but they are quite uneven, like they're all over the place, okay? This girl does not know how to use lip liner, clearly. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the Kylie Cosmetics Dead of Night matte lipstick. And rather than apply this nice and neatly to all of my lips, this is the one time where you don't have to fear using black lipstick, because if you make a mistake, it's a good thing. So I'm just applying this to the middle of my lips and then patting it out with an eyeshadow brush to get that really uneven sort of dotted effect around the lips. Alright, so we all know how cooked the nun's teeth are, so for the final stage, we're gonna go ahead and put in some sharp teeth. Now these teeth that I'm using today are my Pennywise teeth, but you can go ahead and make teeth as well from polymorph plastic. There's plenty of tutorials online for that. My Face ID definitely does not work anymore. Yeah. And there you go, guys, you're done. Hang on, I feel like something's missing. That's it, guys. I'm done. I'm a nun and I'm ready to have some fun. Oh! Yeah. But before we go, I can't pass this opportunity up to do a nun joke, so here we go. Knock knock. Who's there? None. None who? None your business. Tough crowd. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween and stay creepy. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Share this video if you can, it always helps, and I shall see you guys next time. Bye.